Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is day 21 with us, May 31st, last day of the month. Welcome to Trading Futures Live, where we trade futures live every single day. We show our winners, we show our losers. Let's get into it real quick. Trading is inherently risky and can result in the loss of capital, so please do not copy our trades or take any of our trades. We're here for educational purposes only. And with that, let's see what we got going on in the news today. Not much, all yellow folders. We got one orange folder, consumer confidence at 10 a.m. So we'll be on the lookout for that as we get closer to 10 a.m. Chicago PMI at 9:45. Some other news that just passed around 9 a.m. Didn't really have an effect in the overnight though. So for today, we'll look at consumer confidence. Let's see if we're going to have anything else later on in the week. 10 a.m. tomorrow, JOLTS job opening and ISM manufacturing PMI, so that'll be pretty big news. We also have ECB President Lagarde speaking. Not sure how much of an effect that'll have on the U.S. markets, but it is an orange folder. And then, non-farm payroll. So NFP this week, Thursday and Friday. This ADP one normally comes out on Wednesdays, but I'm guessing because Monday was a holiday, it's coming out on Thursday instead of Wednesday. And then Friday, NFP. So the big news is going to be later on in the week. Let's take a look at what's been going on overnight so far. The four indexes here to the left are all going to be opening below Friday's close, or below yesterday's overnight close from the Globex session. Let's go to a higher time frame and see where they closed on Friday and compare to then, but I do think that everything is down. So today's session is actually included in part of yesterday's. All right, so everything is down from the close on Friday as well. Let's go back to the 30-minute. We've got the VIX up, which makes sense. Oh, and the NQ is actually right back at the close.
It's flat, yeah.
Yeah, it's flat. We've got the VIX up, though, quite a bit, gapping up. Gold is below, but it's pretty much screaming up right now. But it is getting back to the close. Crude oil is up tremendously. It's up over $3, almost over $4 since the close on Friday, with news of Europe likely going to be cutting off oil supplies from Russia, and with China opening back up, I'm guessing demand is going to be up quite a bit with supply from Russia going down. And then we have the dollar. Dollar is up. Dollar has been up quite a bit in the overnight, although it had been trending down for a few days there. And so let's get into it. Let's take a look at the charts. Why is that watch list there? Let's take a look at the ES. So on this daily chart, we have the ES last week. You know what? I'm even going to start off on the weekly. The weekly was an engulfing bullish candle last week. It engulfed actually the last 3 weeks, which is quite the move near the end of the week. That was really the last 2 or 3 days of last week that it shot straight up, and we'll see how high it can go on the daily. It didn't get back quite to the 50% retracement yet. So that could be a potential area to short if it gets back up there. As usual, we're just going to stay patient. We're going to wait for the market to give us something. And if we look at the volume profile, we have a naked POC down here at 39.47. to the downside. To the upside, I don't think. 43.38, those are all going to be well outside of the daily ATR range. So
we're off.
Not necessarily anything that I'm going to be looking at as far as a target today.
Tick chart opened up on the negative side, or at least on the NQ, and the ADQD also on the negative side, although not very negative, like not any extreme.
All right, so if we take a look at the internals here, as Franco was saying, the advanced declines are opening up below the zero line, gapping quite a bit down. And the tick charts are opening in the negatives as well. But we're going to give this some time to figure itself out.
We could have a sideways day after two runs, 2 day running to the upside. Do I have RTY is very bullish though right now. 17. Yep.
So right now I'm just marking off a few levels that I'm going to be keeping an eye on. This line here, the overnight low, if we break down, and the internals are signaling shorts, I'd like to see it break below, give me a retest, and then I'll be in it short. Of course, it can always false break out.
Yeah, I have an order.
And then a retest, I'll be long. And the opposite to the upside. So that's what I'm going to be looking at for the moment.
I have an order down 2666
on NQ. Let me
12. If it doesn't break the overnight low, I will keep that order. If it breaks the overnight low, I will take it away. I will try to find another area.
1266.
Yes. 12666.
Let's go back and take a look at the internals. So the internals continue to go down and show selling pressure. They open down and are pushing down.
VIX is pushing up.
And the VIX is pushing up.
Yeah.
Here.
Like 9% today. It hasn't broken any high from the overnight yet. Alright, so it broke the overnight low, at least thank you. I'm canceling my order and see if I can get a better entry. See what is going on, if it's gonna retrace back up. For now, I'm just staying put. I want to assess the volume for today, and for that I need 3 more minutes, and I will say I will be able to tell how's the volume for today. How is that? Have you checked the monthly chart?
I have not. I was on the weekly, but I have not checked
It's a
the
neutral
monthly.
month. If we close like we are right now, it'll be like a neutral bearish.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
this is purely neutral. It's not even bearish.
On my for the ES, it's actually a neutral buy.
Neutral buy. Let's
Yeah.
check that. Yeah. So we have to be aware of that. Today is the end of the month.
All right, guys. So we got a breakdown below the overnight low. Got good volume in that push.
2 more minutes for me to say about the volume.
That could be my micro pullback to get in, but I'd like to. Okay, we are getting a pullback here on the tick. Which is good. We got the ADDs continuing to push down. The advanced decline for the ES, the advanced decline for the NQ, open down or pushing down. The ticks opened down, gave a push down, and now they're retracing. So we're going to let this pull back and see what it wants to do.
One and a half minute, and it looks like the volume is going to be lower today than Friday. Yes.
All right, the tick on the NQ got back to the zero line already. And the ES did not. It's starting to come back down. Need to be aggressive and try and get into this.
Tell me your reasons to go short.
Broke the overnight low. All internals are pointing down. The VIX is going up. I should be taking this breakout right now. I'm in. I'm in a little bit late, but I am in. I'm in with a smaller position size.
Thirty more seconds for the 7-minute to close, and that will tell me the volume for today. And I can tell from what he's doing right now is it doesn't look like it's higher. It's a bit like by average volume today. It's raining, the market will go down.
Alright guys, so far this is the reverse of my trade on Thursday and Friday where we took it long. All the internals on Thursday and Friday were pointing up. Now these are pointing down. We'd like to see the VIX break that overnight level and continue to go up. The ADDs continue to go down. I like that the tick on the for the ES didn't even make it back to the zero line, showing quite a bit of weakness. So we're in it short. I wish I would have gotten, again, a better pullback so that I could have gotten a better entry, but we had to find a way in, and we got in on the breakout of this 2-minute doji there when it broke the low there. All right, guys, we're just going to keep an eye on these internals. Make sure that they don't reverse on us. Essentially, though, I am already in this trade, so, and it hasn't gone far enough for me to make any adjustments to it yet. In fact, my stop doesn't even get moved until it makes it to 2R. So at T1, this is 1-to-1. I take off one of my 5 contracts. T2, I take off 2 of the 5 contracts, which is at 2R. And then my final 2 contracts, I let run. This is at a distance of 4R. But that one I will make adjustments. Excuse me, I will make adjustments to it on a higher time frame if I see something that that I don't like this rally, beautiful rally base rally right there.
I do have an area in NQ. I won't take it long because all the internals are showing weaknesses. But I have a 12.535 to 12.507. 12.535.
You want to share your screen?
Yep. I have an order there. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
There you go. I do have this area from Friday, this pivot here.
Hold on.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
I do have this area from Friday, 10 a.m. and then the retest. It's a good area for a turbo reaction. Although I won't be taking it because the internal does not support the move, and I don't want to fight the trend today. VIX is going too high for me to, and it's breaking to the upside. We're having 10%. Just the fact of the VIX going up means that people are buying puts. Buying puts means that the brokers need to sell shares or sell short shares or sell the futures because they need to cover all the positions, right? So just the fact that the VIX is going up can push the market down. So you need to be aware. I don't want to be long in something that is going to go short, right?
I'm going to transition back. Like Franco said, the VIX broke the overnight there, or the high of the early morning. So it's breaking to the upside. The ADDs continue to drop. I would just like to see more extreme pushes from the tick to the downside, especially for the NQ. Negative 300 is not a huge negative number for the tick on the NQ. The tick on the ES is coming and continually testing that 750, but I'm short, so I want it to be very, very negative. See if we can get T1, take a little pressure off of this trade, guys. But that's it. That's pretty much what we. It's pretty much going to be my trade of the day right there. If we get to T1, we planned it out. Where is my drawing? What chart did I draw that on? There we go.
Rich says the raining comment is like a real news. Koki, say hi to Koki.
Yeah, thanks, Koki.
I have an order there, 12,615. See if I can get that order filled. For now, the TQ made a new low, which is good. The ADQD is still screaming. Well, not, right now it's stopped going down, but it was screaming down. See if we can get into this trade.
New 15-minute. Would have liked to have gotten a T1 before this new 15-minute. We're gonna have to.
What?
We're gonna have to hold the pullback. We're gonna have to survive the pullback.
Look, I didn't want to get it in it long because all the internals were not supporting the move. But look at the tick chart right now. The tick is now going back to zero. Let's see if I can take this short.
It's our guard dog back at it. Had a rough night last night. Got into some chocolate.
Events.
Franco had to take him to the
Emergency room.
All right, guys, let's see if we can handle this pullback. We got an extreme pullback on the ticks all the way back to the zero, making new highs. So not what we want to see there. The VIX broke that overnight and is starting to retrace back down. We'll see. Hopefully that was the pullback. Still have 3 minutes left in this 5-minute candle.
Now my question is, how could I have taken the long? I know the move does not support the long. And let me see if it got to the 2-to-1 at least. No, I haven't gotten there. It's not even 2-to-1 for the area. And the area was huge. Was like $600, $600 per contract. Like 30 points. Too big for me. We need 4 more minutes in this. Might be the pullback, George. Back to the overnight low.
We'll see. We will see.
It didn't get to the overnight low, so it is showing a lot of weakness. It didn't get to the overnight low.
I do like the retracement, that it was fast and hard, just a quick reaction.
Yeah.
And like I said, ideally I would have already been out of with a better entry, I would have been out of T1 at the close of that 15-minute candle. But it is what it is. Gotta let this trade do its thing. Give it plenty of room. Have you taken anything, Ricardo? We're in a couple of shorts in the algo as well. 3.
Oh yeah, I don't have the algo here. Couple is good.
3.
That's better, right?
take a look at the internals again. All right. So we have the tick trying to make another push to the downside after that retracement. The VIX has kind of just been holding flat after it broke that overnight. And the ADDs, let's stretch these charts out and get a better...
One minute for the 7 minute to close.
Alright, not a huge fan of this turnaround here. We had quite the selling candle, the last 5 minute candle. I was thinking that when it closed we'd get a push back to the downside, but we're getting another push back up. So, not showing as much weakness as we did right at the open. But for me personally, it still hasn't gone far enough for me to make any adjustments to my trade so far. And it seems like the NQ is a little bit weaker. Let's see what the 4 charts are looking like. Who is the weakest? The Dow is the weakest.
I think the weakest might be the RTY.
Yeah, I would say the Dow followed by the RTY, then followed by the ES, and
NQ.
then the NQ, although, and I only say then the NQ because the NQ is nearest to its close from Friday, but yeah, you might be right about the Russell.
Yeah, the Russell is the weakest.
Yeah. Ricardo says he's short on both, struggling with the NQ. The NQ is the most volatile, so need to have a big stop, or with the NQ you absolutely need to try and wait for a pullback. It's much more difficult to get in on a breakout like I did on the ES on the NQ, because the pullbacks, I mean this pullback, if you got in on that breakout, I mean it's over a 30-point pullback, nearly a 35-point pullback, really depending on where you got in. But let's see if we can get this VIX to turn around, because the other internals I like, the ADD and the tick. I mean, the ticks are all basically holding below the 0. The ADDs continue to go down. The VIX, though, had turned around and come down. We want to see this start to come back up. I do not like that in this push it didn't break the low, it didn't even make an attempt to get back down there, so the weaknesses began to dissipate.
Well, the ADQD is still screaming down.
And so if we get stopped out, I'm going to need to be looking potentially again if the internals, but that would be part of the false breakout and a retest to go long like I drew here, right? My first course of action was a break below the overnight, a retest to take it short. That's the trade we're in right now. But if it gives us a false breakout and gives us a retest, we may make an attempt to get into it long, depending on what the internals are saying.
Just holding the area right there. 3 more minutes. It's 1.5 minutes for the 3-minute, and it's 4.5 for the 30 minutes. So on the next 30 minutes, we will have a pullback for sure. At this point, I'm just staying put and waiting for the next 30 minutes to give me an entry.
Yeah, and we have the consumer confidence at 10.
Yep.
See which Chicago PMI came out better than expected.
It's no need to rush though.
At 9:45. All right, so new highs on the tick, and the VIX continues to come down. So this trade will likely not work out. This is going to give a push up right now with all of the internals pushing up.
Two and a half minutes for the next 30. Now the best point to short this thing was the overnight low. It went shy from the overnight low, and then continued to go down. But there are some demands created Friday, so we need to account those demands. One and 20 seconds for this next 30. I will wait for the next 30 to give me an entry. And I'll try to, as of now, I'd rather be shorting the markets based on the internals. Everything is pulling back. The VIX is pulling back, the internals are pulling back, and the markets are pulling back. I might be able to short this if it gives me an entry. Why do I wait for the next 30 minutes? I don't want to be caught in volatility. Just want to let the market breathe, and then I'll engage. All right, let's wait for the news report.
30 seconds.
What is it? Consumer sentiment? Not yours.
Yeah, consumer confidence.
Consumer confidence.
The level of a composite index based on surveyed households. Financial confidence is a leading indicator of consumer spending, which accounts for a majority of overall economic activity.
All right, so the news is out, right? We have a bit of volatility. Not much.
Not much, and as I've said before, though, I hate new 30-minute candle openings because the volatility from the open of a higher time frame candle like that could very easily stop me out before going in my direction. So we'll have to just wait and see. Let's check on the internals. Hopefully this new 30-minute is, or this new 15-minute is a continuation to the downside. Are you still in them both, Ricardo?
There we go. We have a breakdown though.
Alright, yeah. The tick is trying to push to a new extreme right now, to the downside. The ADD on the ES just made a new low. The tick is trying to reverse. We'd like to see that, or sorry, the VIX is trying to reverse. We'd like to see this come back up. We'll see if...
Alright, I'm gonna get in.
We'll see if we survived the pullback.
Alright, I will try to short this. Right here. So I'm gonna go for a 2-to-1, quick 2-to-1.
So the NQ seems to be weaker than the ES right now. Unfortunately, it looks to me like I'm potentially in the strongest market trying to be short.
You are?
Yeah.
I have an order right there.
Although it looks like the Dow is kind of
I do have
turn
an
around to
order
be the
46
strongest.
3/4.
46 3/4.
It's right there. I'm gonna short this. I might have to wait for the next 33 minutes. There we go, it's coming. 1 second. This will give me the push to get into this thing. Let's see. Wow, it's so weak it doesn't get there. I need to hold tight this because when you start feeling that you want to get in, chase, is when the retracement is coming. So I just have my order there is 12, 546 3/4. He came shy there, it didn't fill me in. Let's see if I can get into this thing.
No follow through on this move to the downside.
The ES will follow. The NQ is coming down.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, the NQ made a new low.
Yeah.
Mm, 10 seconds in this 5-minute candle.
Yeah, ES is coming down slower than the other ones. Like RTY is screaming down.
Oh yeah, RTY is screaming down. Here we have the Russell, the Dow. Looks like the Dow is kind of the strongest one at the moment.
Yeah, it's holding.
Both the Russell and the NQ have made new lows. The ES needs to make a new low for me to hit T1. Come on, guy.
How far are you from there?
I was, I think, less than a point.
It
I was 3 ticks at 9:45. I was 3 ticks from target. That's where I got to get a little bit better at my execution, get better entries. Better entry would have gotten me to T1, and I wouldn't have been suffering as much in this pullback. So new 5 minute. Oh no, we already got it a minute ago. There's a new 2 minute.
For me, I just want a high expectancy, high probability trade today. It's the last day of the month. I am up just 3R, but I was down 9R on the month. So I'm not gonna rush into the trade. I'm not gonna force a trade. I will put my orders and wait for it to come back and fill me in. I don't think it's quite of like smooth move down that we are experiencing. Like markets are going down, but not very rapidly, and we have some demands from Friday and Thursday that we need to be aware of. So I'll be extra careful where I get in. I just want to pull back and fill me in, and then you know, the market will go down. I don't want to just rush and break this out because it can reverse at any time. And is it the last day of the month for me, being down in the month, and then I'm basically break even.
Yeah, it was an impressive recovery. 'So for the most part, I like these internals. The ticks for the most part are holding below the 0 line. The ADDs are coming down. What's not working in our favor right now is just the VIX is coming down pretty decisively. Pretty decisively coming down.
So we are 2 shorts in Q and 1 short ES.
"30 seconds in this 5 minute. I'd love to see it break down and close below. Close at a new low. That last 5 minute closed at a new low as well, but didn't make a new low.
Target filled.
There we go. That was T1. Take a little pressure off the trade. Now my stop still doesn't get moved. I don't move my stop until it hits T2. Again, I like to give my trades as much room to work out as possible on a breakout. This not being any sort of tradable reaction where I need to be aggressive. Really, I need to let this trade. Need to give it room to breathe. Now I would just like to see strength from the VIX. Strength from the VIX to send my trade to T2. Are you in the ES short, Kogi?
Seconds.
That NQ is coming down.
Yep. I do have a 12,447 next stop, so it's like 80 points away. It is not retracing to any single supply that I draw.
Yeah,
it doesn't get there.
Yeah,
like it's
the
weak.
NQ is very, very weak.
And look, it came from my supply 3 points.
Yeah, the Russell and the NQ continue to be the weakest. The Dow is stalled for the most part. The ES has at least continued to make a new low there.
Yeah, it doesn't get there. I don't get any feel.
We want to start to see green on this VIX chart though. Give us green. 1 minute in this 15-minute. Let's go take a look at that chart. Like to see it close below as well, confirming the weakness.
There we go, the retracement. 15, right?
Yeah. Right now. New 15. Man, that 15 closed ugly. And it went from bearish to bullish in the last 30 seconds of that 15-minute candle. I'd like to see what kind of volume that had. Getting quite a bit of volume. In this 2-minute candle, I'm going to see where the volume is when this 2-minute candle closes. So we started to see some buying volume there in this last 2-minute candle on this spike up. We'll need to see if we can hold this pullback, but the VIX, oh wow, the VIX gapped down, for crying out loud. Everything is turning around. Yeah. It's gonna, this is extreme pushes to the upside on the tick. Not what I would consider any type of reversal on the advanced declines here.
Not yet.
Although they are pushing up, but I wouldn't consider that any show of real strength from them. We'll see if...
Actually, it's very weak.
See if we can hold. Like I've been saying on repeat, need to see the VIX go up. Need to see the VIX go up. These extreme pushes on the tick to the upside, I'd like to see where the next few candles close on the tick chart. If we start to see them close above the 0 line, I mean, likely I'll be stopped out, but depending on where I'm at, I may think about just closing the trade. But for the moment, we're going to let this do its thing.
It doesn't look like a reversal for me.
No, but
It's
it did come
regular.
into a, it's basically a level that I have on the 25,000 volume chart from 940, 945 on Friday. So pretty good zone with a lot of volume in it. That could be the low of the day there. The VIX continues to push down. Yeah, and we're making new highs on the tick charts, and the zero line is held quite decisively. So I am out. Got stopped out. Where's the trade? There it is. So my R on this trade is $250. So I'm down about 2/3 of an R on this trade. Now I'm interested. I'd like to see a little bit more strength from the ADD.
I have an order to go short at 59, and I'm in it.
The VIX is testing its lows from the early morning, and the ticks are holding above the zero line.
Yeah, I'm in it short though. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, it's screaming up. Yeah, it's a retracement, very volatile. Yes. I'm out.
All right, we're getting the
What?
the tick, or sorry, the VIX is pushing down. It's at its low right now. Pushing down below, we're getting strength from the ADD. Breaking above there and breaking above there. And we're getting pullbacks on the tick. So I'm starting to think long myself. A false breakout and a retest. And we'll see if maybe I can find a way to get in long. But I'm going to be very patient and picky on this trade.
I think it's still buy short. I don't think that this can be a reversal as of yet. I mean, the ADQD is still showing still on the negatives.
I'd like to see it pull back at least to this area. It's left this low so quickly that I do feel it would need to retest. And so what I'll want to see by the time it gets to here, what I would like to see is the zero line holding on the tick to the upside. So I don't want to see a bunch of stuff below the zero line if price gets back to that zone on my 2-minute chart. But we got quite a bit of volume in these last two pushes up. Patience, people.
Yeah.
Patience, patience, patience. No need to rush into anything. Let the market tell you what it wants to do.
I'm going to short this thing. I am going to short. See how this goes. I'm back in it. See how this goes.
Alright. 3 minutes left in this 30-minute.
Oh, the 3 minute does not look good. 3 minute needs to scream down. And it's not. It's gonna go up. Come on.
Tick continues to hold there above the 0 line. Might be go time on the long, but it's too close to the 30-minute candle closing for me to get into anything right now. So I'm going to be patient and I'm going to wait. But this could very well be the pullback, breakback long. During that entire pullback, the 0 line for the most part held here on the tick for the ES. And even during that pullback, the ADD just went sideways. It didn't even pull back down. So certainly seeing signs of strength. That's a new low on the VIX. But I'm going to wait for this new 30-minute candle. Like I said earlier, I don't like the 30-minute candle volatility at the open. So gonna wait for it to maybe shake some people out and try and find a way in.
Yeah, that point is very important right there. Where are we at? The 15-minute. Ooh, the new 30-minute is opening. I'm short. I'm still short, and I want to have a very aggressive target here. I'm not gonna let this thing turn around on me.
New 30.
Yeah.
Extreme pushes now to the downside on the tick. I'm going to wait for this 30 minutes to figure itself out. Let's go look at the
There's a fight right there.
Yeah.
He hasn't decided yet. I'm short. I'm up like 10 points, but yeah, it wants to go up. Yeah. And I'm gonna be out break even. Yeah, it wants to push up.
Alright guys, so potentially for me right now, I'm looking for it to do this.
Wow.
So if it leaves there without me, I want to see it make a new high and then give me, may not even pull back that much, but
yeah,
it is screaming up.
It is.
VIX continues to push down. I mean, that was my plan, guys. It broke out to the upside, a pullback. I marked out the zone. It's now gone without me. That would have already been T1 there. But I'm okay with it. I don't like taking trades right at the start of a new 30-minute candle. So it is what it is. We wait. We wait. What I am happy about, though, is my read on the market so far. I did take a loss. It wasn't a huge loss. And my read here. Breaking out to the upside, a pullback. Before going long, we'll see if it continues to go long. I'd like to see it break above, make a new high, give me a pullback. See the tick chart. This may even this is really actually the pullback. Line. Yeah, this is the pullback I need to get into this long. Just feel like if I get into this right now, I'm going to be chasing. The ADD is breaking up, though. It's already closed above the 21 EMA there, but it closed right at the 21 EMA on the NYSE advanced decline. And now we're just seeing a lot of volatility from the tick chart. I mean, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. So I'm going to stay patient.
Yep.
I'm going to stay patient. Do you have anything right now?
Nothing yet. I'm waiting.
"15 seconds in this 5-minute candle. New 5, that one's closed below the last one. Dollar has been mostly sideways for the last 30 minutes. Sorry, for the last hour.
It came to my supply now. I don't know how to take this trade. This supply is huge. I don't think the long is very probable as of now.
The internals are certainly not all
Long, right?
Yeah, they're not all aligned with each other. The tick chart especially.
Yeah. I have an order there. Let's see how this goes. It's an intraday breakout. The 7-minute, at least still here, right? Yes. See how this can come down. Yeah. I'm in it short again. And I'm gonna have a tight stop and like I'm gonna move a break even so fast. I wanna show my chart. Stick to the zero line. ADQD is screaming up. Well, not screaming, but certainly the retracements are brutal. Yeah. Yep. There we go.
You took it off?
Yeah. Not a break even there. So -2 still.
Think we're gonna call it a morning, guys.
What time is that? Yeah.
I don't have anything immediate that's I'm going to be getting into no clear sign or direction. So I'm going to let the market figure itself out for a little bit. Might trade a little bit in the afternoon. But we will catch you guys back here tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you tomorrow.
See you.